what year is this one from? Last year. This is the last book that I put out called, I don't know much about love. I don't know much about anything. Yeah, it's kind of the same sort of reflections on life and things that have happened and all sort of different definitions of love and, what kind of things have happened to us that change how we see love. So anyways, this one is called Passing Cars, and trigger warning, mention of rape. Okay. Passing cars. Rape. I still can't even say the word. Typing is much different. I stop myself. I say assault instead. It sounds less like something was taken from me. Do you remember it? No. And then yes, flashes of a girl unable to focus in class, head like TV static, head like a civil war rattling and silence interposed. The first phone call, so I'm tainted, I'm impure, ruined. I fold up my tears and head back into work. Taking breaks to cry in the back, then phone call after phone call, asking if I'm going to kill myself. Most would in my situation, so I shut the blinds for half a year. Or a year. I'm always losing track of time. I spent so much of it tucked into a cocoon of self-hate and undue remorse I couldn't get away from my dirty, dirty body. My body. I guess not all mine anymore. My hands too weak to clutch anything tightly like that besides the bottle, not another sad drunk girl telling the story of trying to drink herself to death. I'm afraid it is so. Despair turning us all to rats, running around frantically in the cage we become, relief-seeking missiles, hungry for something to put out the fire. But nothing worked. I slept in all my ache. I tried everything, running from it, forgetting it, taking back my power under the covers. I even tried forgetting who I was, crawling into the 3 a.m. bliss of blacked out sleep, waking up everywhere. Nothing felt like home, or nothing felt like a place that I wanted to run to. Everywhere I went, so went the explosions in my head I was so desperate to get away from. Everything became a reminder of my broken self, all of my useless endeavors. And of course, I tried desperately to convince myself that it was only I who had ever endured this pain. I put myself in a cave and devoured an entire city, and still nothing filled me. Nothing filled me. I shrank even smaller somehow. It was the year I felt no love, imagined no future, saw no light. It is the year I thank my friends for, and they just say I was there with you. I don't even remember when the shroud lifted, or when I stopped mourning myself, or when I started eating again. I just know that it happened. I just know that when I look outside the window in the morning, I see a whole world and not something to hide from. I see a future. I see the light hanging over everything. When I look in the mirror, I see someone whole and happy and sometimes sad, but still worthy of love, who has crept out of the bed, turned tomb, and finally gotten off the couch inside of her head. I can't even imagine what that despair felt like anymore, or what it felt like to see the grim day and nothing beyond, to feel like every red light was staring at you like a piece of silence, unforgiving. Right. She finally forgave herself, and was it even her fault? Now, I only hear the passing cars. Only the passing cars. The whoosh and vroom. No ticking, racing, beating, humming, loop of thoughts screaming. So vibrant the day, I only hear the passing cars.